Hey Leo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Leo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So we have the Knight of Emotions, Knight of Cups, the Ace of Materials. This is Ace of Pentacles, and the World Cosmos, which is the World card in traditional tarot. Okay, really interesting energy. This person is in a period of a lot of growth. A lot of growth. They actually seem to be doing quite well mentally and emotionally right now. Different energy than the other piles that I've read for so far. This is a little bit different. It's a very uplifted energy, and it feels like something that is, it doesn't feel like this person is very troubled in any particular way. It seems like they're welcoming a lot of new things into their life, a lot of new energy, and like they're ready to move forward in a lot of ways. And there's kind of just a general sense of them leveling up. The thing about this kind of energy is that I think is important to point out is whenever we're in a place like this that does look quite positive, and it looks like there's a lot of new great things on the horizon for this person, or that's where their mind is right now. We have to also think about where they've come from. So I think that where this person has come from is probably through a lot of challenges. With the World card being here, the World card is like kind of the end of the whole cycle in the major arcana of the tarot. So this is the culmination, the completion. It is the end and it is the beginning, because as soon as we are done in one phase of our life, we're right on into the next. So the fact that this person has the World card showing up for them really shows that they've been through a lot in terms of growth. That's probably why we're seeing fresh beginnings and kind of a more enthusiastic and positive energy coming through with the Knight of Emotions. Because they have just completed some major cycle in their life, which is great. They have learned a lot of lessons, and they're ready to take these lessons and take this growth into the next phase of their life. It looks like they're diving in head first too. Everything's a go here. Like these cards, nothing showed up in reverse. We have the Knight of Emotions. This isn't the fastest moving Knight, the Knight of Cups. Not the fastest energy, but it's definitely forward momentum, as any Knight card is. So they're ready to move. And I love the Knight of Emotions because it shows a lot of emotional maturity and balance. So if this was someone who you do not know to be emotionally mature or emotionally balanced, this is kind of showing that they've moved into a new area of life and are coming through more as this emotionally mature person. So that's great. They are more in touch with their feelings, with their true selves, and probably more connected to everybody in their life as a result of it. I think that they've grown a lot of confidence in themselves, and they know that no matter what challenges they face, they're going to get through them. That's kind of the feeling I get, and that's why everything's really positive right now. And this is also an indication that they are kind of at the beginning of a new cycle, because there is sort of like this very light, uplifted feeling when we're at the beginning of something new, because we haven't really hit the challenges yet. We haven't hit the specific challenges for that stage of life yet. And I think they haven't hit the next challenges, but because of everything they've been through, they're pretty confident in their ability to deal with the next challenges, because they've just come through some hard cycles. I'm seeing really that it's a lot to do with their emotional life, a lot to do with their feelings and getting in touch with all those kind of deep, dark things that we love to avoid. And then also probably an area in more in their financial, more in the financial area, more in their more like material area. So they could be starting out on a new career path, starting a new job, finally earning more money or getting the opportunity to. It could also have to do with health concerns, because we're dealing with Pentacles energy here. So we're dealing with really earthly matters, but there's something that they're starting a brand new cycle on, and they're feeling revived. They're feeling refreshed. They're feeling like they can look at this with a more positive mindset. It's like they have a lot of experience under their belt now. That's what it feels like. They have a lot of experience under their belt, and they are coming through as quite confident and ready to take on challenges in general. So let's look at these tarot cards, and this is specifically to answer a question: are you on this person's mind? So let's look and see if you are, and if so, in what capacity. And that's taking this into consideration. They seem to be in a pretty positive place right now. We have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Okay. Okay. This person may have pulled back from you. You might view this person as the one who walked away from the connection. I get the feeling that this can flip-flop, and this might be because this is a general reading, so I'm picking up on everybody's energy, and in some cases you may have walked away, in some cases they may have walked away, but it also might have to do with perception. It might be that they feel like you walked away, and then you feel like they walked away. And it could be because it's like we do sometimes when people disconnect, when they pull away, when they disengage, we view that as they walked away. And if you were to completely shut them out, it would be justified because you feel that they've already walked away. I feel like there might be a difference of opinion here for some of you in terms of who walked away from this connection, or who shut down, who closed the other one off. Or it's a general reading and it's like different for everybody. So you'll have to take that as it resonates. If you were the one who walked away from this connection, it's likely because you felt that this person had become distant. You might have felt them just pulling back. What I do want to say is they've put in a lot of thought when it comes to this and whatever happened. No matter who walked away, no matter what went on, they've put in a lot of thought. So this Four of Swords energy is showing them kind of taking a time out. So this could have been a very necessary time out that they took to reflect on things. What I love is that we have this indication that this person is showing up in their life, in their world, in a much more stable place, in a much more balanced place, in a much more positive place. So it looks to me like this time away was very beneficial. Even if it was quite frustrating, or if you didn't feel like you had a reasonable explanation for why this person was pulling away, it looks like it did them a world of good. And I feel like this is, even if you walked away from them, this is kind of confirmation that if you walked away from them, that did them a world of good, and it really helped them to see things more clearly. It gave them a time out. Like I was saying before, for some of you, this Four of Swords, Eight of Cups energy is you being withdrawn or pulling away, or full on walking away from this. And when this person thinks about you, they're thinking about how you walked away. They might even have like a visual that they're replaying of you actually packing your things and leaving, or driving away in the car and they haven't been able to connect with you since, or the last conversation that they had with you. So you will have to take this as it resonates. There are a lot of messages coming through for this pile, and it is kind of dependent on who put the space in this relationship. It very well could be that when this person thinks of you, they think about how you walked away from them. Okay, let's see. I think that what it feels like is this person's really stuck on the fact that they can't access you. It's like they can't get to you for some reason. Whether that's just that they don't feel that they can connect with you as deeply as they want, or they physically can't see you, or they can't speak to you right now. They are really caught up on the fact that there's distance between you. And I think this is interesting because in general, they are, again, coming through so positive. And when it comes to you, they are dwelling on these facts. I do think that something about this connection spurred some growth for this person and kind of pushed them into the next cycle, pushed them into doing some work that they needed to. And that's whether they made the choice to step away and do this work, or whether you made that choice for them. Either way, they've changed and grown a lot. So they're getting more in touch with this emotional side. They're leaving a lot of aspects of themselves that no longer serve them in the past. It feels like this energy has really turned around. I think they want you to know that too, with this Eight of Cups energy. I think they want you to know that they left some stuff behind that was not doing this relationship any good, and that they realize that, and they have left that in the past. So that's just a message for some of you. There might be specific things that you've talked about with this person, and they've done the work. They've let go of these certain things that were so problematic in this connection, but it did take them a bit of time and reflection to figure that out. I think looking at this energy, they want to start over with you. For some of you, this is that they want to start to begin with. And when I'm looking at this Ace of Wands energy, this is something really passionate. They want something really passionate with you. Now, going back to the Knight of Emotions, which is Knight of Cups energy, I think this person has a greater capacity for this passionate connection with you because they have gotten in touch with their emotions. So they are showing up as a different version of themselves. And I think that this passion is, it's in terms of attraction and in terms of like a really fiery, like they feel very drawn to you in a very fiery, passionate way. But I think that they can also back it up with a little bit more emotion than they could have in the past. Whether you've been with them and experienced that, or maybe this is a part of them that you don't really know, that they didn't really have the capacity to show up in that way. But now they are coming through as someone who's capable of that. There's certainly a lot of attraction here. There's a lot of things that they want to create with you. There's a lot of growth that they still want to do with you. I think that as they move into this new cycle of their life, as we see they're wrapping up something here with this World card, as they move into this next cycle, they want you to come with them. And that's kind of like what's on their mind. There's something that's holding this energy back a little bit. And I can't put my finger on it. So, I guess general reading problems here. I can't put my finger on what's holding it back, like what exactly went wrong, why the communication broke down, why there's this separation. I don't know what that is, and that might be because it's different for everybody. But there's something that feels held back about this. They want this this connection with you, and they seem to be in the place to move into this space with you, but then there's this held back energy. So oh God, for some of you, you're not even talking. So it's like they've made all of these improvements. They've grown in all these ways, but they can't express it to you. And that might be why it's just feeling so like, what is the problem here? I just can't put my finger on what the problem is. Something went wrong, and I think the communication here has broken down. And this person really, they think a lot about how things are different now. Like things are different on their end, and they want to be able to express that to you. So for some of you, it could be that they want a relationship that looks different than other things that they have experienced in the past. And that's where this new beginning is coming from. They want something that does not look like, does not take the form, does not take shape, anything like their past relationships, because those past relationships were not fulfilling to them. And for others, it's that they want another chance. They want to try to make things right. So yeah, they're different now, and they've grown a lot. They want to tell you about that. Okay, let's look and see what else we can find out about this connection. Let's use these two oracle cards here. We're going to look at more specifically what they think about when they think of you. What's going on in their mind. You got two environment cards. We have thunder and tornado. Okay. So yeah, these both can represent a lot of like chaos. So if there was some big fight, some big blow up, yeah, it feels like communication stalled, but there could have been something really big, a huge argument that happened before that. If that happened in your connection, then they are thinking a lot about that. Something that disrupted the connection. This is also an indication to me of really strong feelings. When we're talking about things like thunderstorms and tornadoes, we're talking about Mother Nature, which is a very powerful force. So the feelings that they have come up for them when they think of you, they're super powerful feelings. They are feelings that have a lot of weight and a lot of force behind them. I feel like for some of you, the strength of these feelings in this connection could have come as a huge shock for them. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this thunder, really from the tornado as well. I think that if this person did react strongly to this connection and maybe even seem fearful or very resistant, this is the reason behind it, because the feelings were so strong and overwhelming. The intensity of these feelings scared them, and it seemed like everything just happened so fast. You might have felt the same way. You might have felt like it was just too overwhelming. Maybe you had a different way of dealing with that, or maybe you had to walk away from this too, because in this connection, somebody did walk away or distance themselves in some form. This person was clearly overwhelmed by these feelings, and it feels like it just all happened so fast, like something just crashed down on them and they didn't know what to do with the feelings. And it took taking this time out and growing in the way that they need to in order to now show up and be able to offer you this fresh start. Whether there's communication enough to do that, I'm not exactly sure, because it feels like there's a breakdown in communication, and like they might not be able to tell you right now how much they've grown and changed, but they have, and they're ready to start a new cycle. It feels like they want to put, like, the word that's coming to mind is turbulence. So whatever that turbulence was, they want to put that behind you now. They want to move forward past that point. This could also kind of come back to that Eight of Cups energy, because there's this feeling of walking away. This idea of walking away is showing up in so many different forms in this reading. It's showing up in the form that somebody did walk away or distance themselves within the connection. And there's also this feeling of wanting to kind of just like, just leave behind what doesn't work anymore. Like, if these cups don't serve us anymore, let's just leave them and go a different way. And it's kind of like that's a message that they want to send to you. Like, we can just leave all of that behind us and just move on. I think that they have come to terms with their feelings now, and it seems like they are coming to a place where they're more equipped to like channel those feelings into something that's more productive than whatever was going on before. Something that feels more productive, something the two of you can work on together, something where there's more open communication about what's going on. They just feel more ready to do that. So let's look at these tea leaf cards to get more information about where this connection might be going. I was keeping this part pretty open, like just any information we want to get, but you did get a month card. So this is going to give us timing, and this isn't even where I was going to do the timing portion of this reading. We have another card to look at the timing of when you might see significant change in this, but we're going to get something right here. So let's see what this says. Okay, we have June. So June might be a significant time for you in terms of movement in this connection. It could also be a significant month for this connection in general. It could be an anniversary if this is a past connection, when the two of you first met or something like that. But yeah, I'm filming this in March. So June really isn't that far, and that could be an indication that communication opens up with this person, or that you get movement in some way. Let's look at what else is going on. We have dark woman. So this is dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Got a little tongue tied there trying to read that. This dark woman card could indicate you or your partner. So this could represent you or your partner. Sometimes with these cards, like the gender, like I don't know if we care so much. So this could be that your partner is a woman with a dark complexion or with dark hair. It could be that you are that woman. And to me, this could also just indicate a person with dark hair or a dark complexion, representing one or both of you. Now, this could also be a friend, a family member, somebody that's trusted, someone that's going to play an important role in this connection. So this might be somebody that you or your person has confided in during this rough time, during a period of separation, or during a period where communication broke down. This could even be a spiritual advisor or a therapist or something, but whoever this person is, it's like they're going to provide some kind of good, solid advice that helps this connection grow. I wonder who that is, you guys. Yeah, a friend or family member. But somebody's helping you guys. It's funny because the last reading had kind of like a little a helper involved in the connection. But this is an actual person that one or both of you knows. So I wonder if this is like a sister, a mother, a grandmother, a friend. But somebody's going to kind of plant an important seed or steer this connection in the right direction for you. Let's look at your last card. We have Bull. This is plenty of material things. What this card really says to me is that you're going to have something, and a lot, because this card is plenty. This Bull is overflowing. So this is an indication that you're going to have something, and I feel like for some of you it's finally, you're going to have something to show for this. You're going to have something in the material world, something really solid to show for the work and the commitment that you have put into this connection. It's something to show for your patience and for your effort, and I feel like this goes both ways. This Four of Swords energy really says patience to me, especially because it's a very controlled feeling. Like this could be the feeling of somebody really just taking, like making themselves stop, settle down, and reflect. And it might feel like that those type of decisions haven't paid off, but this is showing me that this decision is going to pay off. You're going to have a lot to show for this work that you've done. Something really firmly grounded in the 3D is headed your way in terms of this connection. And it feels like you're going from a place of sometimes feeling like, for some of you, sometimes you feel like this whole thing is all in your head. And your person might feel like that too. Like you made the entire thing up, like you made the connection up, like maybe it wasn't that important, maybe it wasn't that special, and you don't have anything concrete to land on. You don't have even maybe words of affirmation from your person. Maybe you're not even hearing from them that it wasn't made up. You don't have like a letter or messages or that person physically next to you to be able to say all of this is worth something and all of this means something and this is important. And I think what's headed your way is some kind of very firm, very material, very 3D confirmation of that. So you're going to be going from a place of feeling very unsure to feeling sure. So, I mean, this can take many different forms. This can be a conversation that brings you a lot of clarity. This can be a commitment from this person that it's very firm. Something you can really land on, you can rest on. You know, we are now in this committed relationship and we're not just in this in-between place. This could be as simple as a date that you're going to go on, but it's something that's going to take place in the 3D world, and it's going to bring you more confidence and more hope. So let's get your last card. We have one more tarot card, and this is going to be a card to indicate timing on this connection, so when you can expect a significant change in this. We already got June, which might be significant. Let's see what we have. We have the Five of Wands. Okay. This is kind of happening. This has happened in, I think it happened in the last reading, where there's a slightly alternative interpretation that I'll do first, and then we'll get into more of like the on the surface interpretation of this. But given what I've seen in the rest of this reading, since the Five of Wands can point to conflict, this can be that some sort of conflict needs to be resolved, and when that conflict is resolved, you'll see progress in this connection. So this could be conflict between the two of you, conflict between your person and some outside person, or well, there's a lot of different scenarios, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to name them all, but like if you were having conflict with someone who's very important in this person's life, for instance, and it was holding this connection up, when that's resolved, this is going to move forward. So that could be an indication of that. Take that as it resonates. It could be something like some kind of argument between the two of you, and once you get clarity on where this person was coming from, you're able to move forward. So that could be an indication. Also, since we have a 5 here, this could point to the 5th month of the year, which is May. It is March at the time that I'm filming this. This could indicate that something significant will happen in this connection in May. You also have the June card, so this could actually give us a little bit of a range here. May, June could be significant for you. You might hear from this person, or get some sort of commitment, plan a date, something like that during this time. I feel like for a lot of you, change could come as soon as 5 days for you, 5 days to 5 weeks. This doesn't feel like a connection that is going to take a super long time to get something figured out and moving. It feels like something in this is going to happen sooner rather than later, especially with this fiery wands energy, and you have the Ace of Wands here. It feels like something will happen sooner rather than later, and you're going to have a better idea of where this connection is going relatively soon. Yeah, I think there was one more thing I was going to say, and I don't know if I can remember it. Well, maybe I wasn't meant to say that. Yeah. It does feel like this connection would move kind of fast once it gets going. I know what I was going to say. This is what it is. This person, because they've made this progress, and they're kind of showing up like as a new version of themselves and ready to just get going. That is part of why it's like, this isn't something I see and think, oh my gosh, it's going to take 5 years for this person to change or to reach out to you. No, not at all, because they've already done a lot of the work, and I think you have too. Like, both of you have taken the time to reflect. So yeah, this is something that will come together, and you'll get more clarity about it and see where this is going a lot sooner rather than later. So that's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sending you so much love and light. If you liked this video, if it resonated, don't forget to click the like button, that thumbs up. Give me some information down below about what's going on with this connection. Leave me a comment and hit the subscribe button if you feel like doing that. I will hopefully see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!